Hi, my name's John. If you're here watching my videos, tap the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. If you like my videos, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications for new videos. And at the end of the video, you can hit the icon in the center and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, today it is February 9th. We're at the shop again. Like I said, I'm doing some cleanup. Haven't done a whole lot. My aches and pains are kicking my butt. So anyway, I've done a little bit. Like I said, I did get that rear end from up here. I got it under the truck again. My son's gonna try to get in here sometime and get that put up. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's out of the way now as far as I'm concerned. We're eventually gonna move all this crap over here. I got an engine block right there and a transmission right next to it that's gonna go away. I'm gonna put that motor in the Nova, and I think I'm gonna set it in there just to get it out of the way where we can move around in here. I've got to put my welder back on the trailer. You know, I just got to get shit put up and stuff put up in its place and get rid of some junk I don't need anymore. Burn some boxes, you know. Just get stuff situated. And over here, you know, I've got to get my tire pile all organized right again. I'm still looking for a place to put that shelf. Transmission is either going to go in my son's 04 truck, or if he doesn't want to use it, I may end up putting it in my 1 ton or my 3/4 ton, but doesn't matter. It's his to make that decision. But as far as that goes, I got the blasting cabinet moved from right here to over there, so it's not in the way. I swept all that out. I slid the 20-ton floor press over, and it gave me enough room to put the blasting cabinet right there. I need to move my bottles. It looks like they're in a precarious situation, but they're not. It gets warm over there, but it doesn't get hot. It doesn't build pressure in the tanks or anything, so I'm not really worried about that. I've got all these shelves right here that fit on they're behind that metal frame there, that fit on these shelves over here, and then those 2 shelves in there. And I may add a couple of shorter shelves in there, so, you know, we're not stacking shit on top of stuff. And then, you know, have smaller areas to put stuff in, and then have some big ones too. But those I'm going to use to cover that window. That window's covered up. That window's covered up. And I think I may end up covering up that window too. I don't know yet. But I'm thinking pretty seriously about covering them up. I mean, they all have bars on them, so the only way to get in here is to cut, you know, the locks. And the way I've got it set up now is this one, I put a lip on the door so you couldn't reach in and cut the lock. You know, there's a notch for the lock on the other side, but I also have these, which don't work very well. So what I'm going to do is weld a chain to the door and have some hooks right here where I can hook that chain on it. I could put the bigger arms down here that are like L-shaped, and they have this thing on them, and it just hooks into the door, and then just lock it down that way. But the thing with those is if it doesn't hold the door shut, all they gotta do is reach in there and pick it up and push it out of the way. So that's the problem I had with at the other shop. and they didn't have stops on the doors. It wasn't my shop to work on, so, you know, they'd push them out of the way and then just push the whole door to the side and walk right in. So, you know, that's the reason I moved to this shop. But I got my wood pile right there. I got some more wood out there that I need to get moved in. And over behind the Envoy here, I've got a little stack of wood that needs to be moved in. But I've got to get a splitter and split it all up first. I don't want to bring it in. It's too hard to burn those big logs. I mean, they'll burn. You know, what I do is I'll put them in there and then I'll soak them with, you know, old oil that I've taken out of the car. And, you know, they burn down, and every once in a while I'll throw a cup or so in there and, you know, get it hot again, and they eventually burn down. But I've got a Suburban out behind this door that we're going to switch everything into here. This was a K20, and we took the axles out of it and put in the Suburban, and took the axles out of the Suburban and put in this. And my son's decided that he wants to go back into the put those axles back into the Suburban and put the 3/4 ton axles back in the truck. And then we're going to put just a 350. He's thinking about putting either this motor in there or the motor out of the Suburban. It's the same motor, basically, but we're thinking about doing that. And then we're going to change the front end off the Suburban onto this. It's an 88 Suburban. It's got the up and down headlights, not the side by side. That's 90, 91, 92, I think. 90, 91, 92, I'm not sure. But other than that, you know, like I said, I'm going to put that motor in there to get it out of the way, but I've still got to get that patch panel finished, and I've got to put a patch panel on the other side. And if y'all don't remember, that was all cut out, and I had fiberglassed them in, and it didn't hold very well for very long, and I just started peeling off. So I just ripped it off, and that's what we ended up with. But you know, it looked kind of cool for a while when I was young, but now that I'm older, a lot older, I didn't like it anymore. So I've got all this stuff to move. I've got to get this stuff straightened back there. I've got my airplanes back there in the back. If I can get around there without killing myself. That's the back seat out of my Expedition, and on the other side's back seat out of the Suburban out on the south side. But you know, I've got a biplane there, and an extra 300, and an Aircore, which is one of them rebuildable, crashable. It's made out of that plastic corrugated board. And I have an old Senior back there, and you know, a couple of other planes, a couple of trainers. I got some wings off my old trainers that I've already crashed. I've got the there's a J3 Cub around here somewhere, right over there in the corner. Can I get it up high enough? There's J3 Cub right there. There's a wing for it around here somewhere. I didn't know it had been taken off, but anyway, that's what I got going on. I've got to get all this pile of crap stacked back up. Some of it's model parts, some of it's LS parts, some of it's Nova parts. There's my rod heater for my welder. That's the valve seat grinder for my Hall grinder. I've got a valve grinder over here on the table that I can't seem to make the oil pump work. I might take it apart and clean it. I paid $100 for it, and I wasn't gonna pass it up. It works. I had to replace all the belts on it and everything, but the cable that drives the deal that spins the valve was messed up, and I just kind of brazed it together, and it works. So, you know, I'm just gonna stick with it. But as far as that goes, that's what I've got for now, and I'll show you. Each time I start, I'll show a little bit about where I'm at with this cleanup and where I'm going with it. I know I'm facing the camera down a lot, but you know, I just got a lot of crap in here, and I need to either get rid of it or put it up. So we'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Bye.